Hello, this is MoneyMitch26, and right now I just wanna hype up our next guest. This is VRzaida. VRzaida plays for Fireballs, and he's one of my favourite names to call out on when I'm casting. First of all, but secondly, he's just a phenomenal player. There's a reason I'm calling out his name during a cast. It's because he's just phenomenal. He's worth pointing out because he's scoring every time, and every time he scores, he's assisted by Hyper, who's the other half of his front stack. Their chemistry is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Like, I've rarely seen this kind of chemistry between two players. So we're going to be interviewing one of those players of that incredible front stack and see where they get their talent from. I think he's a rising star in the community, and yeah, just good kid, really good kid. So let's do this. Hello, my name's MoneyMitch26, and this is Top of the Pop, third ever episode ever done. And our guest today is, say his name right, don't say it wrong, VRzaida, like cider. VRzaida,
hello,
not
hello.
Zaida, like I've shouted in like 2 casts already.
No, it's alright.
By the way, I should have said before, if you want to grab a chair, just chill, rather than like being stood
Oh,
up.
yeah,
and
I'll
having an
actually
interview
do that.
stuff. Yeah, no worries, take your time. I like to keep people comfortable. When you're on top of the pop, it's a comfort. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is a popcorn. I get it.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Nice. All right, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Had a good day. What about you?
Yeah, nice. Yeah, good. Thanks for asking. So, you've been playing for Fireballs. How long have you been playing for Fireballs for?
I'm playing for Fireball since season 3 and never played for any other team yet.
Any other team? How did you get into
Yeah.
Echo?
I got into Echo like, when Quest 1 came out, I always wanted it because at my friends, I tried out PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
I just loved it, but I didn't have the money at that time. I was just saving up to get Quest 1, and eventually Quest 2 came out and it was even cheaper, so I just got that. And now I'm playing with
This
that.
is surprisingly common. People
Yeah, I know,
saying,
right?
"Oh, my friend had PlayStation VR. I tried it. Okay, now I like VR." And then like 2 years later or whatever, they see Quest 1 or Quest 2 out and they end up buying one.
Yeah, Quest 2 is super cheap for the functionality and everything. It's so good, of course.
Yeah, okay, so it was pretty much that. It was playing it like being. What was the game you played on PSVR?
There was Beat Saber definitely, and
okay.
there were also like some PlayStation games. There were some people play on the controller, and one guy is in the headset. I don't remember. It was something arcadey. It was fun.
Yeah, I love
And
those
I
games.
really
and,
loved. I really loved like I never been in VR before. I just loved it.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's not more of that. I think it's called asymmetrical gameplay, where one person's in VR and then you can have other people. So I remember it was just an indie game, but it was basically a 5-player game where 4 people were on the PlayStation with their controller. Maybe it was the same game. I really can't remember.
Maybe.
And then one person's in VR, and the person in VR is a giant, and the 4
Yeah,
other people are
exactly.
really small.
That was
Oh,
it.
was that it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
amazing. I never played it, but I saw it somewhere at some convention or something. But that star, I'm surprised. Maybe it'll just come back around. Maybe that will be a thing. Because the experience of VR, it seems to be, well, like, especially when like Quest 2 was coming out, that kind of era of VR, it was, you'd bring one to like a gathering, one person would be in it, and then the 3 other people sat down and just laughing at the person with a headset on.
Yeah,
That was the
yeah, that
vibe.
was basically it.
That was VR. So if you built a game that could accommodate that, yeah, I think amazing. People would love that because that's the vibe. Because I feel we're quite a niche in a niche because VR is a niche, but we're now a niche where we put a headset on and then we go play with other people online, rather than have someone like watching us be stupid on a TV or something.
Yeah, that's exactly one game that reminds me that you can still play on Quest 2. It's called Akron, and I actually play with my friends a lot, and it's an asymmetrical game again, and one dude is like a tree trying to defend himself from squirrels. And it's
Oh,
just
amazing.
he's a giant tree. Other ones playing on their phone as squirrels. It's just you can play up to 8 players. So many LAN parties. That was awesome.
And the other people playing are on mobile?
Yeah, on their
Yeah.
phone.
Nice.
I think the game is just so underrated. I don't know how it's not so popular.
And how did you make the transition from having a Quest, playing like Beat Saber and stuff, to then playing Echo enough to want to look into competitive play?
Yeah, when I didn't even have a headset yet, and I already know what's VRML. I watched all the championships like
Oh, right.
Season 1. I was fascinated how it's like esporty and everything. I was always a competitive kid, and I just loved to see it. And when I actually tried Echo, I just I just loved it. I don't know how to just.
What other? You say you're into competitive like esports. Were you playing like League of Legends or anything?
No, I never played competitive esports, but like a lot of sports like swimming, basketball, all that.
Right. Or like watching, or would you play as well? Did you play growing up?
I was playing a lot of basketball. I'm still playing a lot of basketball. I used to swim a lot.
Nice. Okay.
And
Do you ever play water
this is
polo?
really similar to basketball and kind of handball, and I just loved it.
Yeah, you know what? There was a point when I was just working out the meta, like what is the future? Because it's such an early game. Like surely in 5-10 years, the meta of Echo VR, assuming it's still a game that's around, the meta's going to evolve. And I was like, okay, what is it? So I started looking at basketball. Basketball's like a really good like parallel with Echo. But I was looking at handball as
Yes.
well because it's one of the only sports where it's you're walking around, but you've got like you use your hands to grab rather than kick a ball or something or have like a hockey stick or a lacrosse stick.
Yeah, it's
It's
similar.
quite like a yeah. Did you see a lot of parallels in that way? Have you played a lot of handball?
I did play a lot of handball, but especially basketball, and
Yeah.
I really see the similar, like all the strategies and different kinds of gameplay. A lot of aspects to the game. It just feels like a real sport. I don't know. I don't want to say like real that this isn't real, but you get my point, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, there's people that I think it was Sir Dimwee. He was trying to coin the term VR sport, or I say trying. He probably has already, because he wants to differentiate this like standing up, swinging while I'm getting sweaty. He wants to say it's not the same thing as sat at a computer table with a keyboard and a mouse.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same.
It's a fair argument, but I think in the mainstream it's still coined an esport. In my opinion, it's an electronic sport. It's not. I don't just run
Yeah.
outside of a basketball. I'm
Yeah,
at
yeah.
home plugged into a PC. I mean, less so with the Quest 2, I guess. But yeah, it's its own thing that hasn't had a chance to get coined yet.
Well, I think when VR actually gets really mainstream and like almost everyone will have it, Echo will be the #1 esport, I think.
Interesting.
Or at least it's the #1 esport now, and I think it has a really bright future.
I think about this a lot, like personally. I think about what does VR esports look like in 5-10 years time? And is Echo VR, because right now Echo VR, for us, we're biased because we're in it. Like, we're playing Echo all the time,
that's
right?
true.
But in terms of VRML, it's the biggest league. I believe Onward was bigger like 2 years ago, and then that's just kind of fallen off. And in terms of like participation, Echo, I might need to double check those stats, but I'm pretty sure Echo is like biggest right now in terms of esport.
Yeah,
Saying
I think
that,
you're right,
actually,
it is.
no, I was looking up Gorilla Tag. Gorilla Tag's huge. Maybe not
Gorilla
competitive
Tag.
side. Gorilla Tag player base
Really?
is huge.
Yeah, the
I
player
really
base is
wish-
huge. I know. I never knew it's like really competitive.
Yeah, good point. I don't actually know how big the competitive scene is. I need to double check this. I'm in one of the Discords as well. Because personally, I find this really interesting. I love to study just how this industry is building. I like to look back at history of where, like, for example, when Nintendo first started coming out, right? When did the esports of Super Smash Bros. Come around? Like, how did that evolve? How long did it take to really take off? At what point were people making proper money from it? When was it feasible to have a career as a caster in esports? That kind of thing. Because that's very much a thing right now. There's plenty of people making like their 40K, 50K from casting League of Legends or something. So, yeah. Yeah, what do you think about, so, well, you kind of already said as well, you think that Echo is the dominant at the moment? Or am I putting
I
words
think
in
at
your
the
mouth?
moment, but I also seen, I don't know if you know it, but there's this Whale. It's called
Whale.
Whale VR, and it's like a shooter, like Onward, but it really goes for the competitive side. I think there's a Miami LAN right now by the devs,
Okay.
and it's still
Whale.
in beta. Whale, yes, VAIL. You
It does
can-
actually ring
you
a bell,
can-
yeah. Someone's mentioned that to me at some point.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I'll look
super
at the stats.
realistic, and I tried it. It really goes for the competitiveness, and the devs are really transparent, which is not really here in Echo. We don't really get gameplay updates, but
Well, maybe that's because you hear that voice break? That's on camera. That's on camera.
Cut.
Fucking hell, man. My voice breaks like all the time. You'd think if you just keep talking, it just wouldn't happen, but it just happens even more. Fucking hell, no. But it's one of those things you just got to live with, right? You can't like not have voice breaks if that's what your fucking voice box wants to do. For fuck's sake. What was I saying? Yeah, Ready at Dawn is but Ready at Dawn is owned by Meta. They got bought out. So at this point, they don't have that much freedom. They can't be transparent. They kind of everything they do publicly, they have to like get vetted with some
Yeah, you have a
seniors
point
somewhere.
there.
Say again? You
Yeah, you have a point there. You have a point there.
yeah.
I never really thought of that.
So it sounds negative, but I mean it's always pros and cons. It's never like always bad or always good. But it does mean that they will move slower historically and going forward as well. And they will be less transparent because everything they do has to be filtered by what's Meta's agenda. What do we want to do? And what's kind of annoying at the moment is, I guess I can talk about this. But yeah, it's fully public, isn't it? Meta is very productivity at the moment. As we'll see, October 6th, we've got the Meta Connect. Is that what it's officially called now?
Yeah,
They're doing
I
their
think it's
conference when
Connect.
they
Yeah, I'm
talk about
excited
their
for
stuff.
that one.
There should be some game stuff in there. To be honest, I don't know much about it. I know a couple things.
The
but
new
not really
hardware,
much.
like the Cambria or Quest Pro. Is there Quest Pro?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all announced already. But yeah, that will be a big part of it. That'll be a very big part of it. Because Meta has really put immersive technology at the forefront of what they're doing. They've invested so much money into it in terms of like resources, people, teams for the past couple of years. But they seem to be prioritizing productivity over games.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I don't know how soon we're going to see like an ESL come up again and like pump money towards us.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, how do you feel about that? Are you in agreement? Do you disagree?
I agree that ESL won't be like back soon, but if the community keeps growing, I think the meta won't ignore it that long, because they can't really focus on it right now.
Do you think the size of the community is completely, like directly connected with size of viewership? Because viewership is what they want, right? When you have viewership, then you have sponsorship situations, sponsorship opportunities.
Of course, if there's more dedicated players, I think they'll be more likely to watch like finals and stuff in VRML, or maybe ESL. Of course, ESL. Like everyone watches ESL.
Okay. Because I think, so personally, I played games when I was growing up. Then I turned about 18, 19, maybe 20, and I just stopped playing games. I just kind of left that world. And it's only now I'm coming back to it with the pandemic, getting back into VR. I've reconnected with the gaming world, with the gaming culture. And so like when I came across looking at these stadiums filled, like arenas filled with people watching 8 people sat on stage on a computer. Like, it sounds ridiculous, right? As a millennial,
It does.
coming and looking at it, it's like, wait, what? What are you kids doing? What? But no, it's real. People making real money from it.
Yeah, but when you watch them, they are like real athletes. Even some like a lot of governments or like a lot of countries like tell them like they are athletes or like approve they are athletes because they are really top level like CS:GO players. They're at the top. That's really something else. That's actually like athletes, the best of the best, because the community is so big and it's like so hard to get on the top. You really need to be good. And of course, there's a lot of viewership. I personally watch CS:GO championships and Katowice and everything like that.
Have you seen it in
really big
person?
industry. No, I haven't seen it in person. No,
Okay.
that would
Is
be
it all
awesome. I actually wanted to watch it once.
Is it free to watch, or is there any like kind of paywalls, like with
No,
boxing and other sports?
like you can see. I think on Twitch, there's so many clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But like when it's live as well, there's nothing like that yet.
No, you can watch it live for free. I think you can even watch it like straight from CS:GO. Like when you open the game and there's finals, you can watch it from there. It's linked with Twitch, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking through like an old school format of like with boxing, you pay to watch your boxing, but I think it's a different culture now, right? with
Well,
esports.
of course you have to pay if you want to be there in person, yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
now we can watch it on stream, I think, for free.
nice. So do you play CS:GO as well, or have played?
Yeah, I do play CS, but no, I'm not really competitive
Not
in
that
that.
level.
I'm not good at all, and I just focus on Echo most of the time right now.
And how about Onward or Pavlov, or any other
Uh,
like shooter? PlayStation
I
1?
did play a lot of Onward, and I actually wanted to try to be in a VRML team for Onward, but I decided not to do it. I decided to focus mainly on Echo because I also had a lot on the plate with school and other hobbies. So I decided to keep it like this.
You're at school now, or are you working?
Yeah, I'm still at school. I'm at high school.
What are you studying? Or is it just like high school, high school?
It's general.
Okay, cool. Do you, so what year are you looking to go into further education or anything like that?
I am looking. I want to be in a uni, but nothing special like some small uni in my country. I'm from Czech Republic, so I think the
Right.
school system is a little different for
Okay.
everyone. But yeah, it's like that.
Do you have, I mean, it sounds like you're pretty young, but do you have any idea of like what you'd like to be doing when you're like 22, 23? What kind of
I
career?
hate
No
that
idea.
question.
Oh, no, it's
I
shit,
hate-
but like it never goes away. You can be 32
I
and people are still like, are you where
I
you thought
know.
you'd be?
Yeah, no. I'm trying to think about that a lot, but
Yeah.
everyone asks you that question. Parents, teachers,
Yeah.
friends. Like, what are you gonna do? What you want to do? Nah, I'm just trying to do what I like, and I'll see.
Well, I know
What
you're
the,
young, but do you see a career in esports at all? Or this kind of thing? Or is it's just like another hobby to you?
well,
Like you play
I
your
don't think
basketball and
like a VR esport is really profitable right now, or it'll be in a long time. I think I'm not. I can't really predict that, but I still have hope for it, of course. And basketball is just a hobby. I'm not that good at it at all. I'm not gonna be an NBA. I think I am tall, but I'm not gonna be an NBA.
can I guess how tall you are? Are you like 6'1"?
Wait. I'm gonna stand up on the
Well, I've
table.
no idea where the I don't know.
You can
I can't
guess. Okay, I'm standing right now.
I literally have no reference. I have no idea. You're just a floating body.
No, it's
I-
like here's my floor. Like,
Okay, okay. Uh, 6 foot. 6 foot.
a little higher.
A little higher. 6'1", 6'2",
I'm 6'2". Yes. I
6'2".
guess
Ooh. Do you think there's a real correlation with height and being good at this game, EchoVR?
Like it's definitely
arm
an
span.
advantage. Like when you
Yeah.
like I have a really long arm span. So many people are like saying it. I don't know. I don't think it's that big an advantage for arm span, but definitely the height about like you can duck people really easily.
Have you seen that film with Adam Sandler on Netflix? Came out quite recently. About NBA.
I don't really watch
basketball.
Netflix so much. But what's it
Oh,
about?
you'll like it. It's about a basketball coach who goes to Europe and he picks up a Spanish player. But like he does like a tour around Europe, like looking for like talent, and he's just finding all these like giant European players. I bet you're one of those. You're just a massive basketball player.
Well,
Yeah, true.
I would need to really work on my shooting skills. I can barely hit a 3-pointer in basketball.
So what about basketball? Is it, it's just for fun? But were you ever
It-
like considered for competitive play with that?
Well, we kind of have I'm like in a high school team, kind
Yeah.
of. It's not. We're not everyone from the same school, but
Oh,
it's
like a
kind of
club, like a
competitive. But
local
it's
team.
really small. Yeah, it's a region, like local thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing special. We're not that good. We're actually not. We're actually like at the bottom of the ladder somewhere there.
But what's like like what's the culture with that? Like, is there a lot of like aggressive? You know what I mean? Because when you're coming into Echo, it can be quite toxic sometimes, especially the competitive scene. There's kids that everyone thinks they're like 2 levels above where they are, and
Yeah,
it can get quite
that's
nasty
everywhere.
sometimes.
Like
Yeah.
kids gonna be kids like that everywhere. Like I think that's a big correlation. Like in sport, there's toxicity in NBA, of course. There's there's a lot of trash talking, and I think it's
Yeah.
funny. Like it's the same in Echo. Uh, like it
Yeah,
feels
it's
like
true.
it is like a real sport. So
Yeah, I agree. I actually agree. I think that
I think it's kind of funny.
I find the older communities in Echo that come into it, the more adult communities, they're really pushed away from it. They're like, oh my God, this is horrible, this is horrible, this is horrible. But I
Yeah,
think it's them, I think they're now just being exposed to it, right? I think that culture's always there. It's just that it's nastier when it's online and it's right in your face. And this 12-year-old that normally you could just easily beat up, this 12-year-old is now dancing around you, scoring on you, dunking on you, calling you an idiot. You
Oh,
stupid,
yeah.
stupid, you can't catch this. Like it really hurts your ego when they're like 20 years younger than you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can't really do much, and that's why they're so cocky in that. But I noticed one thing: that when you wanted to avoid kids in the lobby, you used to go at the competitive lobby, right? But now all the little kids getting cocky, they go to the competitive lobbies. So I think the best option now is the mature gamers.
Yeah.
Because there was like a migration of all the toxic kids to the
Is
competitive
it still a
lobby.
lobby? They might have got rid of it, but the
Oh, they
combat
got rid of it. A
combat
combat
lobby.
lobby. I actually never played combat. I didn't buy it.
But you should be able, or maybe you can't from Quest, but I'm pretty sure you can. You just go into the combat lobby, and there's always like 1 or 2 people there, and that was a nice way of just if you just didn't want to talk to anyone, you just want to get into your next pub or something. That's
Yeah,
what I
that's
used to
true.
do.
Yeah, I think yeah. There's still the training area. You don't even have to buy the game. You can still
Oh yeah,
shoot mannequins, and yeah, I
you
think I
have
did try
a
that.
PSVR or no? You're just
No, I
Questing.
don't. I don't. I'm playing. I have an Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Not really good for VR.
Do you find time for that? You still play Xbox?
No, I only play like some games with my friends, like for nostalgia, like Castle Crushers. I don't think you know that one.
Oh, that's
You know
epic! I
Castle
love.
Crushers?
Yeah, man. Me and
Yeah, that's my
my
favorite game
schoolmates,
on
we play that.
Xbox.
Oh, we
Yeah, it's
love.
so
I
great.
forgot. I completely forgot about that game. So this is way back when I was like probably younger than you. I don't even know what age, but yeah, we it was the age where like you'd have sleepovers. Like you'd all just it's someone's birthday, we just go hang out there, and then we just don't sleep. We stay up till like 4 a.m. playing Castle Crashers. Like, okay, can we complete this? Can we finish this? Oh man, those are good memories as well.
Yes.
That's a great game.
I had a really similar. Like I invited a lot of friends, and all 4 of us played.
Yeah,
I
you can
actually
rotate
bought
as
the
well.
game on Steam, the remastered version, and
Yeah,
it
yeah,
just brings up all the memories. It's still so good.
yeah.
I
We did
can't
that in the
believe
pandemic.
that such an old game just still looks so polished and so great.
It's just
That's
so
just
good.
amazing.
It's so
Yes.
like simple as well. It's so grindy.
Go buy Castle Crushers.
Yeah, 100%. Get it, get it.
Give it a try. I think there's still a demo. Like,
Such a good game. But it was so grindy. So you'd be on a level, you'd get beaten up, then you'd go again, you'd be leveled up, so you had a better chance.
yeah.
And you just repeat the cycle. Okay, this time. Okay, this time. Okay, this time.
Yeah.
You've done it. Okay, now what? Next level. Okay. Before you know it's 3 a.m.
Exactly. Yeah, that happened a lot. Parents weren't so happy with that. I
Cool,
remember
man.
that one.
All right, I'm probably going to wrap this up. Is there anything else you want to bring up? Anyone you want to call out to do one of these? Do like a little podcast chat.
I'm gonna call out Loft because he's a really cool guy and a new member.
He's already done one.
in our team. Oh, he's done one. I
Love
didn't even know
did
that.
one just before you, literally an hour
really?
ago. I was sat here talking to
I'm gonna
Love.
watch. I need to watch that one.
Yeah, I'll get it all on YouTube.
Definitely don't invite Hyper because he's just.
Yeah.
Gonna
Well, don't invite him, or
No, don't invite him.
you know what I regret? I should have got Hyper here with you as well. I should have done.
No,
as a double
you
team.
would regret that.
No.
All right. I can't believe for Hyper to watch this one.
Okay.
No, you should. You could invite from our team, like GB or Grakas. They're really chill and
Okay.
definitely talkative. Yeah.
Would you recommend them together, or should I do individual as well?
I think together because they're like in the
Yeah.
same stack, and
Yeah.
you should invite them.
Well, what I might do, I'll do Hyper because I've given you like a solo interview. I'll do Hyper solo, and then I'll ask him. If he
No,
wants to
don't
it
do
as well.
Hyper.
Because
Don't do Hyper.
oh man, I felt really bad. Do you remember
I
that
think
cast?
it's gonna be a funny cast with Hyper.
Do you remember the cast where he got MVP and I was like, no, he doesn't deserve it. I felt so
Yeah.
bad after.
No, don't. Hyper is that kind of guy where like you juke everyone in the team, You
Yeah.
feel so good. You're gonna slam dunk the goal on. There's no goalie. The free goal. He's the one that's gonna steal the disc from you, as your teammate, then put it in, and then laugh his ass in your face. Yeah, and he does that a lot. You know that hyper. Yeah.
No, it's actually awesome to see. I mean, when I'm watching your matches, I can't hear your comms, but I can tell there's chemistry. Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong in
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that when you guys are playing, like you guys are on point?
Yeah,
Like, I can
we
tell
have
you're
good
good mates.
chemistry. Yeah, we are good friends. We like talk to each other every day, play a lot of games.
Nice. I love to see that as well. This is like good community. That's what it should be about. That's what the
Yeah,
internet's
that's
for.
true. Like a lot of my friends I have found on VRM are kind of closest to me, maybe more than some real friends, which is just which is fascinating. I think.
And is that
Like,
like fireballs and extended fireballs people, or is it other
yeah,
circles
yeah,
as
yeah.
well?
A lot of Fireballs people. Like, I don't know if you know
Yeah.
Freshy Fresh. He used to
Yeah,
be in
of course. I
Fireballs.
met him.
He's
I met him
such a cool
in
guy.
England when he
Yeah,
came to
yeah.
LAN.
Yeah, he
he's
did.
cool.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Duckman line. It's gonna be next
Yeah,
year.
you're coming. You got your ticket.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so excited.
Awesome.
I hope you're gonna
Yeah.
cast there. That'll be so good.
Oh, it was you. Was it you that was organising that? Or was it Freshy? Someone said, Mitch, you need to cast there. I'm gonna go talk to
Yeah,
whoever.
I think that was Freshy. He told me about
Yeah,
it.
I'd love that. I'm
Yeah,
definitely nervous.
You need
but
to.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, cool. Take care, man. Thanks for coming on.